There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from them. The welcome and life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you, I can't Sktv venue. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I yo. And you love what is
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't forget it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise from best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. Sktv, we are the best in Africa. Sktv, we are the best around the world, folks. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, gentlemen, the tune of the voice, because we stay on the weather, and the weather stay pushing us back to back. But we had to make moves. You know, we had to come here to talk to you, our people. We had to come here to give you all of the informations that you need to know about what's happening in Liberia, what's happening in our communities, and what's happening in our neighborhoods, and all of the trending national issues that are happening right here in Liberia and around the world. So that's why we come here. In fact, we take all of our time and we give you everything that you want or that you have to be informed about. Good evening again. Today is the 24th of March. Like I said yesterday, March is marching down. Time wait for no man. That's why it's good that we make good use of the time, because time wait for no man. So that's why when you give the leaders, if you give them time or positions or opportunity to serve, let them make good use of the time and let them be able to do better, so that the livelihood of you and myself can also be better. Good evening. Help us share the show. More will join us here very soon. Brother Ali will also join us here on this day. Help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, and those of you who are also following us via the internet. Our government of the Republic of Liberia, held by my own Deacon Joseph Yimabwakai, turned today to the Ministry of Justice not too long. They have their latest press release, press conference, and there are other things that was said there, back to back. And yeah, so also we have been getting these reports also from the corridor that the House of Representatives, the Melegle, come back from their break because, mind you, they went on break, I think, on Friday. Went on break, and the Melegle come because they're supposed to resume, I think, sometime in May. Yeah, I think in May. But then they already out there for break. So, but they are talking about coming back and from break because of national issues, because of things happening, because of the issue with Guinea and other Liberia. So they have to come back from the break, and also we are getting confirmed reports that when they come back also from the break, they also thinking about if I having Honorable Yeke Koruba removed as lawmakers. Well, it is alleged though that's the information that we're getting from the corridor and removed been impeached. I think it's in the constitution. Some of you don't know. I think it's somewhere around there in the constitution. Check. But I will give you the yes. I will tell you which part of the constitution so that you will know exactly. But again, they are accusing Honorable Yeke Koruba of making some statements, some things that, according to them, Honorable Yeke Koruba says. So because of that, they want to have him impeached or maybe removed from the House of Parliament. So again, that's all the news also that been circulating on the social media. And yes, last evening when we were here also, there was this news about a lady. Yes, a lady who forced I don't know, like 2 years old or maybe a child to eat his feces or what we call his toilet. And yes, I think from all indication now we're getting reports that she had been turned over to the Ministry of Gender. Yes, she was arrested last evening for that incident, in fact for that act. Some of you there who have anger attitude, some of you who have the kind of behavior in you people. So we'll talk about that also. Then also while we were still on the issue of the little boy, another information also surfaced from Bon County, that a lady also wasted, in fact, hot boiled water between the legs of the little girl. I think she may likely be between 8 years old or maybe between 7 to 8, and she badly wounded. She badly, that may be friend with some of you. I don't know how come women are now becoming more violent. You're not even to their peer though, but in fact, most of you women, you are not becoming, let me just say this way, you are not becoming disgraced, shameful, and embarrassing unto society because of your behavior. Some of you women, some of you, your photos or your video haven't come out yet, but you're in some of the habits about the issue of how you treat children, especially maybe if that child not belonging to you, or maybe that child not for you, maybe you and that man, maybe that's the man's child, and you just decide to be cruel to the little child. That's just so bad. And I think we now have to shame most of you women who into some of the habits. You complain that, oh, the gender-based violence, the men on the women, the men on this, the men on that. Yes, men have been so cruel when it comes to their reactions towards most of you women when it comes to the issue of fighting, beating on you people, and doing all of these things. These are all terrible things. But you, women, to even go as far as fighting children. So let's start with the lady yesterday from Johnsonville. Some of you help us share the show with the lady yesterday from Johnsonville who allegedly forced that little child to eat toilet. You see, this thing happening. These are things that will come here will tell you that the society is terrible. The society messed up. The society need another rebranding. Some of you get angry. Mental illness. People are just I don't know whether it's anger attitude, frustration, or just natural weakness. Now that lady will force that little child to eat his own feces. Who does that? Even the little pet or the dogs, we call dogs, the animals, they don't even do these things. You don't even see them behaving in that form and manner. But just because of cruelty, because I don't know whether the child is here or not. Okay, let's assume Maybe the channel for you. So before we starting working on social issues, while we do the sharing of the show, let's assume that maybe the child now for the first lily from Johnsonville who forced the little boy to eat his own toilet. So let's agree that the child is your stepchild or maybe your stepson. And maybe you have issues. Maybe you are not able to take care of the child, maybe because of maybe one or two, and maybe the child not wearing pampers, or maybe the child wearing pampers or so forth. Maybe you're not able to buy the pampers, or the father not buying the pampers. Let's agree to everything. Let's agree. But for you to force the child, the best way to go, well, all of these things is call your partner who you're in relationship with and tell them, I don't think I want to be nanny. Because nobody forcing you. You agree. That's why you're the man, you're joining a relationship. So if you believe that maybe you don't want to be taking care of the child, or maybe you don't want to be nanny, that's simple. If that child's mother stay alive, call the father, say, I don't think I will be able to take care of this child. Because most often, women are the one that take care of the children. Let me friend though. Because we can't stay down home. So women, most of our women who stay down home also too, they help a lot. So you call the father of the child and say, I will not be able to take care of this child because of I will be busy, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. Can we turn the child over to their mother? And if the father stay, maybe insist, or maybe because some of us men too remain adamant. Some of these things can be glaring. The person will call you and tell you that, oh, I'm not able to take care of the child, or this and that, and you stay forcing things like, if you not let me, that mean maybe you not let my child, maybe that mean maybe you not let me. I know that some of you are learning something. I think also join us here very, very soon. So call the father of the child and you'll talk about the upbringing of the child. If the father still insists that maybe you want the child to stay with him, tell him that, okay, I think you will now be able to do most of the day-to-day activities of this child. If the father able, or if the father want to give the child to the grandparents, the father will do. But to go as far being so cruel on the child, just because, and some of the children sometimes that be frank. Sometimes their mothers pass off maybe while giving birth. You don't know. Or even after giving birth, sometimes people can get sick, people die. And these children, they are not responsible for, even for separation between the mothers and the father. These children are not responsible for that. We defend their anger on the children. We treat them anyhow we want to. You force that little boy to eat his own feces. That's been terrible. Most of you who are women today, you should condemn most of these things. And I'll say this. Thank God for internet. Internet will expose a lot of things because the society makes it look like maybe that only men that are violence. Men are this, men are wicked, men are dumb, men, everything is about men. Today, in less than 24 hours, 2 stories coming out. 2 stories coming out about how wicked and how terrible our mothers, our sisters, most of them are towards children. Then which children are you go to now? Some of you inquire, some of you this and that, you did all kinds of things. But you're treating that little child in that form and manner. That will be a everlasting stigma. Even if you and a man together anymore, that child going to remember that thing forever. Don't allow your anger to carry you to that level. Most of you women were listening to that before. I think Brother Ali is here. Yes, good. Brother Ali, good evening. All right. So I think Brother Ali still setting up. So don't allow your anger to carry you to things that will put you into trouble tomorrow. You beating children like these children, they are responsible for the property that we all eat today. Amen. Women. These children are not responsible. The hardship is everywhere. But you get angry. And you get angry and you vent your anger on them. Like they are the one that are responsible for the property that you eat. Some of you, in fact, you even call them witchcraft. Beat on them. Burn them. The society stay quiet. We have to take serious actions against most of these things. All the awareness program, the NGO, they handle all kinds of united to do awareness. Why you can do all of these things? Why you can do awareness on how for people to manage children, how for people to manage home? All these things, why you can do awareness for these things? Because mentally, let me be frank. Mentally, most of our people, they are unstable. That's true. But you like it, you can say, let me say, even the statistics that even come up on the health workers also said that, because most of the other health workers, they said that they are not making good money. Most of them, in fact, they worry a lot about how they will eat, how they will survive. So that alone, that's your mental problem rather by itself. Beat the children. We treat the children, especially the children being stepchildren. They are the one that are going to set donor for us. Look, Liberia have to wake up. Liberia have to wake up, bro. We have to wake up. Government, you have to wake up. You have so many things on you for you to do. We see most of our children selling in the streets. Ask the children, where are their parents? So that's one case about that little boy issues that quote unquote the mother forced him to eat his own feces or his toilet. That's one. Now let's come back to the terrible one again from Bond County, where according to information unconfirmed report again, a stepmother burned, in fact, wasted hot water between the legs of I think 7 or 8 years old girl, allegedly. God, I don't know. I don't even know. And that's how we look with wickedness inside us. Now we have behind religion. Now when you see me, I can be telling people today for me. And I don't mean like religion discussion. Because people are just so cruel, wicked, and they have behind religion. Now I'm going to see that again. See the photos, you will feel so terrible that a woman will waste hot water between the legs of a 7 to 8 years old. That's God. I see what the program be talking about. Yeah, I see what everybody can be complaining about some of the wickedness that everybody just wicked. Oh, that Guinea can't try it. They can't do nothing. We are all here with because the wickedness that in us. Let me be frank. Because to see women of all behavior in this form and manner is bad, and this thing should be condemned. And a woman activist or whosoever that can be called, you have to do more. Look, you people have to do more awareness about these things. Ask the children. So that means there's no protection anymore for our children. That means our children they are vulnerable. Our children are vulnerable, and that's bad. So thank you to all of you. Yes, Alfonso, my brother, Ahmed Hamon, Emmanuel Bro, Sidiki Travel, James David. Good evening to all of you. Let me see, brother Aliu. Aliu, are you set now and ready? So no protection for our children. Let me tell most of you, our children, they are really, very vulnerable. If you have your child somewhere and you haven't set it for as a mother, go for your child. Even though some of you mother too, people are also cruel. Yes, there are some mothers that when they even beating the children when you talk, they get angry. And I don't know what are people forgetting. If you are pregnant, for example, they one of your one will be carrying that belly up and down. You mean you're making the symptom full. But as soon you get, or in fact, as soon you give birth, but definitely that child belong to you. But when you're pregnant, you want you be coming up and down, you want you be struggling, you want you be doing everything, and the society also accepting you. So you get birth, that child belong to the society. But again, brother Ali, my brother, good evening. I started with a social issue about two of our sisters or mothers who was involved into two separate acts or behavior. One had to do with the little boy who, quote unquote, the mother forced to eat his own feces or toilet. And the other one had to do with the latest coming from Bond County, where the mother wasted hot boiled water between the legs of, I think, between 7 or 8 years of that later I'm saying, either 6 or 7 years old.
Good afternoon, Maybon. Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Glad to be here. Maybon, this person who wasted the water between the child legs, is that her biological daughter or son, and the other person who made the child to eat their own feces? Is that the person biological child, or the people children living with them?
I think from all of the information we've been gathering, they are all stepchildren. While I was, in fact, that's the information that we gather, but we yet to get all of the full details as well. But I think the one from Bond County, they said step mom, and even the one from Johnsonville, that was the first information that we heard that in fact the stepson. But again, we still investigating, and even as that, my brother. But go ahead. Yeah. So
okay, thank you, Maybon. Thank you. You know this issue here. Or when they say witchcraft is not just all about this thing people do, killing people, children, eating them in the dark, this and that, and what have you. Or for you to look at a child, and then because the child did something, or I have seen some people doing that. When we were coming, I saw that happening. Sometimes the person will say, oh, you big enough now, when you want toilet, you should be able to talk it. Don't toilet in your diaper. And when the child toilet like that, they will take that child hand, put it in that toilet, doing all kind of funny thing. You know, that's a witch attitude there. Why should you look at a child to eat their own feces because of what they toilet or themselves, or what did the child do? And we have to be very careful, Maybon. Most especially when it comes to stepchildren. As a mother, you have to be very, very careful. And this thing, I'm sorry to say, but for me, I have observed it so many times. When it comes to treating stepchildren, we, the father, we don't really treat stepchildren like mothers do. I don't know why I say that women, they always host their stepchildren different from their own children. And you people witness African movies, you're the women, you're witness these movies and other movies. And this movie, they teaches moral lesson. Sometimes the way in which you will hold your stepchild, and the way sometimes you hold your own child. You people can watch these movies and it teaches moral lesson. You will see in this other movie, this woman, she was holding this stepchild so bad and holding her children so nicely. And at the end of the day, this stepchild became a good child, fruitful child, that became like a breadwinner for the family. Started to help and do everything for the family. And then those children that, because you felt they were from your belly, they become useless. People, I don't know why you can take from some of these shows, you can witness our mothers, our sisters. Some of you see, and sometimes you will see the way some people, they will hold a stepchild as if to say they're the one bear the 9 more pain for that child. They hold them, there is nothing a separation, there is nothing a discrimination. They hold that child just like the one they are said the born. And you will see that child will come up, and they will see that woman as their own mother. My father had 3 wives. I was so used to my stepmom more than my own biological mom. because the way my stepmom brought me up, the way she hold me, the way she cherished me, and more especially I was her father namesake. So I was so used to my stepmom, even more than my own mom. But when it comes to holding stepchildren, I don't know why some of our sisters, they are so cruel and wicked to stepchildren. And this kind of thing happening for you to waste hot water between a child's legs. I think this is something the Gender Ministry, Child and Children Protection Service or whatsoever, they don't need to take it lightly. Those people need to be investigated, and then they had to put them somewhere for some time that will set precedent to other stepmother out there. Even with the men, some of us will do the same thing. We will meet women with child or children, and we only care for the one that we are having by them, and that other child, we even say care for them. We should learn from these things. We witness movies. We should learn from it. If you see a woman with child, she's a single mother. If you don't want her, walk away. But when you take a woman that and she get a child, consider that child as your child as a man. If a man come across you, he say, oh yeah, I get a daughter, I get a son, the mother and myself, we no longer together, and you coming in our home, just consider that child as your child. Just feel to yourself that every woman go through the same 9-month pain. There is no special pain that you go through, your friend didn't go through it. So you have to hold that child like your own child. If you think that you get a heart to hold different woman child to take care of them, tell that man, no, I don't want men that get child. Finish. Easy as that. To avoid such a thing that will bring embarrassment to you today, what those people are going through. If you see a woman, she say, I'm a single mother, I get 2 children, I get 1 son or I get 1 daughter. If you know you able to take care of the next man child, say, okay, no, I'm looking for a woman that get child because I'm not able to take care of the next man child. You walk away. But when you agree as a woman to come into that home, bear it and hold that child like your own child. You the man, once you accept that woman as a single mother, know that that child or children she get, consider them as your own child or children. We have to stop this thing. That is witchcraft attitude, that wasting hot water between a child's legs, taking a child feces and putting it in their mouth for them to eat it. This is not good. This is very, very bad. That's inhumane. You don't do that. So this mother that were caught doing this thing, I hope and I pray that they should do something to them, put them behind bars for not even say weeks, not even say months, but years. Most especially the one that wasted hot water on that child. You know what you have done to that child? That one now, that child coming on now with mark all between their legs. Tomorrow, whether that boy child now you take her clothes, if a woman, she see all kind of mark between your legs. Say, oh yeah, when I was coming on, this is what my stepmother did to me. If you even say living now, how will you be thinking? Your conscience. If that girl child now you go to your husband home or go to boyfriend, go see your body looking like that. You see, my brother, this thing, maybe let me get my charger quickly, my computer running down.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Ali. I think you said everything like a father, and you're quite correct, 100%. Most of our sisters, most of you women, let me tell you today, some of you women, most of these things bow down to you can't take it. And even before you can even expose or in fact talk about pregnancy, that means that person who owns the pregnancy should be able to go and pay your bride price. In short, what Brother Ali just said, that means you don't want to be in the kind of situation where you'll be having child father, child mother, child this, child that. Because you don't know tomorrow who you will meet. And in fact, Brother Ali just know it. All these things, 95% of the hatred in stepchildren business come from women. It's just mostly women. Some of the men, the only thing maybe they'll be doing, maybe they'll not be supporting here and there, but to really see men be so cruel. And I'm saying that there are not no cruel men, no, but there are some terrible men, there are some bad men. But the way most of you women, the way you take this stepchildren business and pull it into your heart, like, I don't know why. the child is not responsible for the separation of their father and mother. Amen. Look at what Brother Ali just said. You cripple that little girl from somebody born without scars, nothing on them, clean, and come on this earth. Today you put mark on her today now. She will forever live with that kind of mark. What did I should be telling you about a husband now? Hey, boy.
And you see, the thing that child did that she wasted her hot water between their legs. If that her own daughter was to do it, she would just shout at her, talk to her, cause your pa days. Move her in front of me, she would just insult her. Like you said, Mabel, that child was never responsible for their mother and their pa separating.
No.
You see, they don't know anything about it. And you keep into her father's life or his father's life. You see, so you should just forget about Eric. But most of it, like I said, and you said, when it comes to age treating stepchildren, our mothers, our sisters, they are into it more than we the men. Sometimes we the men stepchild, like you said, we now want to give full support.
I'm not responsibility about me. I know my men. I know my men. They will not tell you, I'm you go for that child father. If I'm living, they have been taking responsibility.
And this is some of the things that you see in America here, the Western world, because nobody wants to take another man's child responsibility. Women know that men will not want to take another person's responsibility. So when you walk away, they put you on child support. So when that man come, he know that, oh yes, you get your baby daddy in on child support. They get nothing to lose because they know you're getting money from the father every day. You will be able to take care of that child. So they will only be focusing on the one you and then bonding. But we get some men, even though you put that man on child support, but they will still be taking care of that child and they met you way. But it is only one may see them doing that in America here. Some of them, when they come, they get nothing to do with that child because they know that you already put that child father on child support and you're getting money for that child every month. You should be able to take care of that child. But Africa is not like that. You see, even if it was like that.
The reason why this thing happening, but let me just tell you something. The reason why this thing happening is because there's no protection for children.
No protection, sure.
No protection. Our children, they are vulnerable. Let me be free. Government can say anything. Maybe you can do whatsoever thing I want to do to some of us. For some of us, we know what it takes to have child and to see the children all up and down, even in the streets, selling. No protection for children. So every time parents, people are beating children, you will see, even if you want to talk, people will insult you. You know what happening? So no protection for children. That's why that kind of more immune treatment, that little child, hot boiled water, wasted between that child's legs, eating a joke. You got no protection. And let me tell you, Brother Ali, that thing been happening. Some of the people that live in our community, that maybe they've been noticing that, they've been seeing that, they've been talking. But just because, yes, no protection for children, your mama, that's the fact. So, maybe some of the neighbor has talked, and maybe one way or the other, maybe she have insulted the neighbor, or maybe they respected the neighbor. And so some of them, they just back up now. They just are 17 now. And you said something quickly before you come on about how for our sisters, our mothers, or our women to treat children. Because tomorrow you don't know. Look, Brother Aliu, I see some of the reason why people are not easily giving back. Because you can treat me badly like I'm a slave. Honor you. I know a case where the lady get on the same back. Yeah, my you. 8 years old little child. That lady get you to watch that girl in her man clothes. I was like, what?
Yes, 8 years old child. You get them watching your man clothes.
And just for what they go government school. The late child go to government school.
Government school.
Yeah.
And maybe you see, like you just said something. We the men, sometimes with the cause of this thing happening in the home. Because I have seen a man, he had a child and he got married to another woman. And all the children he and that woman have, right now, these children, they are going to private school. And he allowed his child and his brother, woman, stepchild, going to government school. While all his children are going to St. Mary's, and that other child is going to a government school. And you said that you the man, you allow that. Why? And sometimes we encourage this thing because if you get you came in a home, I brought a child in this home, and my wife and myself, we get other children. I had to make sure that the same treatment my wife is giving those other children, she give it to that child. If I see she's not doing it, I'm going to speak out. I'm not going to sit and allow her to treat that child because that's my offspring, even though she's not the one. But sometimes we the men, we keep quiet on this thing. So maybe the husband are in our home, they been seeing this thing, they don't want to talk on it. They just leave everything because all the women they're responsible to take care of the children. They do most of the activity when it comes to the children in the home. And you say that you be quiet. Some of these things also come from us because that nonsense, I don't subscribe to it. I will not sit there, you be holding the other children special. Like the one I said, I used to ask the guy, why is it all your children going to St. Mary's and you get the other boy going to D12? Oh, my man, you know, the financial problem, this and that. So the financial problem, you and the woman, all the children you get, they can go to St. Mary. Under this other child, how will you feel?
The child
should go to baby school. Financial problem.
You know how that child feeding in them? That child already start to create in
yes, so tomorrow that child will grow up, and then even when they become someone, they say they might follow here. I will tell my back because he felt I was not going to be your better child. This is how he treated me. Send me to government school. Send my brother there to private school. Some of this we the men can encourage it. You see, we the men we can encourage this thing because when it's happening, we just sit there and allow it to happen. You want to say if that man been opening a more been latching at that woman, tell you don't do this to the child. Why we make her to be brave enough to even say can't eat your feces or to waste water on that child? Yes. We the men sometimes we
no problem. Let me tell you.
This is crazy.
Let me tell you some of the
the husband need to be investigated as well. They shouldn't just hold these women. They need to hold them. They need
exactly. You're right. You're right. Well. So, Minister of Gender, I think Brother Ali making a salient point here. Minister of Gender, don't only carry the women, carry all their husbands also because the one who called Eddie and Benny, right?
Yes.
So they were there for ever so long, and these things show sign. They will show the sign. They will tell you that this is what happening. Gradually, but you are like, so your man, any kind of punishment your mom will get to you. You send on that. They might beat the child, they might almost bust the child out. Then you say, your man, anything your man. No! Call the man to order. Who told you that? You know, and Brother Ali says, most of our women, they feel that. Don't call them to order. Let them do whatsoever thing they want to do because the monk can say, I know you want blow, I know I can call it. I don't know Kojuro or what kind of name Komoro because of sleeping business. That's what they come and kill your child for. Men. That's all, nothing else. Because of sleeping business. Because in the night time, by the time the woman get first, you know, God.
Labor. That's you just said something. Some of our brothers, that's how they behave. Because they feel to themselves, oh yeah, the woman is doing this to the child will come and tell me, oh, my mother did this today to me. Then I go and blast at her. When I come, don't touch me, yo. Go to your son, go to your daughter. And exactly. What they want to be talking to me for the child, baby. Go there because of that now, the man now, he don't talk again. Even when that child come and say something, oh, now your mother, forget it, this and that. And I will talk to her. He will not talk to her because you know when you talk to her, when night comes, she turn her back. She wear 3 trousers and go to bed.
And how you can be let me be
those guys, they need to hold them. Because some of these children, they will say, oh, because they will ask them, like in the America, they will ask these children, this thing, but you stupid to try like one girl get or 2 children in America, you put them in suitcase. That one now she go with the rest of her life. You see? So those children, when they ask them, oh yes, or did you ever tell the woman ever did something to your mother for you to tell your pa? And they will say, oh yes, so time she did this, and I told my pa. They need to be investigated as well. You see?
Yes. So Ministry of Gender, Brother Ali, I think for me, I'll be calling on them until Friday. Maybe before go for the break on Friday. Ministry of Gender, the husbands or the boyfriend or whosoever to these people, hold them responsible, call them to. If they are punishment, let them be punished too. Because they were there. Some of them, they saw these things. Even some of them, in fact, there are a lot of us men, as soon as the child break complaint, we beat the child. We are even investigating. You can't even ask. So you make the child about it, just said something. The child can easily now express to anyone anymore. Because the mother in the home tormenting the child, you the father too, by the time they maybe when you go home, the mother interpret the entire story. The mother interpret the entire story other way. Now it will make you angry, you will beat on the child. So the child will say, oh, but then I will carry complaint on her. I carry complaint to my father. My father beating me for, we are even asking whether I right or I wrong. But he beating me.
That's happened when I was coming or staying with my uncle, and I was grateful. May he so rest in peace. Yes, even doing high his wife, they were sending us to school, doing everything. We were there working this and that. But his wife, she was in a habit. Whenever something, when we do anything, the only thing she would do to insult our parents. The only thing she would do to insult our parents. And me, one day I said it. I say, we are here, we're working, you're sending us to school, and we're here, we're working, this and that, and what have you. But if I do something to me, I think you can beat me or you insult me, but that thing you can do, you be insulting other people's parents. Don't try it on me one day. And I told her, and last time I remember I was 11 years old, and she was like, you stupid, when I even curse your mom, what you will do to me? I said, don't do it. One day we were working because we had a bakery. We used to face the fancy bread. He was married to a Ghana woman. And mistakenly, while I was rolling the bread, it slid and fell on the ground. And she insulted my mom. And I put slap in her face. I was 11 years. I put slap in her face. I took the nerve. I started rushing to her, the nerve we can use. Okay. And everybody. And my uncle wanted to beat me. And I ran away. I said, you can't beat me. That was the end. That's how our 11 year when I left from to a place, because I slapped him away for cursing my man. Because he used to sit there, he was doing it to the other stepchildren that he brought in the married home. 3 children, that woman used to treat them any kind of way. He don't talk. The moment they tell him, she would, just as you said, she would change the whole story. Then he would start beating again. You see, for me, she did it to me, she didn't go free. And that was my last day of being there. I ran away. I never came.
Let me tell you, if the child in a home with a stepmom that you said not too long, and the stepmom is very, very taking care of that child or treating the child nice, remember, you don't even have to even ask. The child behavior will tell you that yes, indeed, the child is 100% happy with them, because if you go home as a father, every time you see that your child is always free now, that's the time you see the child a little bit free, that means something is going on. But when even when you're not home with the child, just free, happy, they can do anything, little thing, they will not be, talk to, nobody going to blast at them. But when even the child to drink water, and maybe in the water, maybe the child decides to waste the banana water, that problem. The child eat, the child, every little thing the child, do in the home, a problem. That means something is not right. And we're saying this thing to say that the society of ours, those of you who are listening, this thing happening to each and everyone out there today. I know you have stepchild, you have that's why, Brother Aliyu, the society is just so terrible. Because by right, the mothers, some of them are even separated their job for no reason. Because the other person say, I think they will, because after you, the person, you have been child. And you can't understand why, mother. So sometimes I see why our mothers by them, they used to bear these things. Even whether their husbands maybe quote unquote cheating on them, they used to bear this thing because they feel that no, I have the children. When am I going to go with these children? Even if I leave the children today, I'll go now. What kind of woman that will take care of my children? You see some of the reason? But you run it, you live in your home. Most of you women, no reason, because you're finished drinking too. So you're starting to, so you want drink. You're finished and watch Chinese things. So you're starting one watch Chinese things. You're finished, yeah, man, that's the things. Look, Liberia, that's just
Maybe while we are discussing here today, in most of the cases where you see stepmom treating children, we the men we support it, and the same way again, we the men the woman come in with a stepchild, she brought in her son or her daughter, and we are not paying no attention to that child, and the woman is there, she encouraging it. For the fact that you was a single mother, that child father left you with that child and went, and you were still surviving, struggling with your child, and I came into your life. If I cannot love that child, if I only want to give you love and I cannot give love to that child, I can't give protection, I can't give comfort to that child, my concern is you, my sister, walk away. Walk away. That's not a real man. If you are man, you get a child and this lady is in her home, she doesn't care to hold that child, to feed the same thing her friend feed, to empathize it, to hold that child good. Pour her out. Simple as that, pour her out, because if she cannot take care of your child, you leaving her with that, you leaving that child, you going to work all day, you coming home. She's supposed to be there to watch over that child like her own child. She should hold that child. And she can do it every now and then. That child lay complete. Even people in the community will call you sometimes. Oh, Mabel, like woman, the way she can be holding, the way the thing that she can do to that ball, to that girl. You have to be careful. Even sometimes our neighbors, we say they can kind of tell, oh,
you see. And then we say everything about you is.
And then our sisters, they will go to that friend there. He get time for that me doing everything. He even say get time. What are you doing there? If I cannot hold that child that I met you with, because why? You told me you had that child, one that consider you, accepted you, I should accept that child as well. If I can do it, my sister, being single, that's not crime. Okay. Go and take care of your child. The same way you were taking care of him, instead of being with a man that he even said care for the child that he met you with, but he only care for you or the children that you having for him. That's not a real man. If you get a woman that only care for the children that you and her bunny and not the child that you brought in the home, that's not a woman. Let you go. Finish. Because if you don't do that, this is where these people are today. You see now what happened to that child? You the man, now how you will be feeding all the complaint that child used to bring to you. If you were to take it serious, this was not going to happen today.
I don't know.
Because of Colombo,
midnight trouble. Midnight trouble are plenty. Midnight trouble are plenty. I want to come go waste my time for who business. You get.
Yeah, my brother. So that because of midnight trouble, even when the child lay complete, say my mom did this to me, my mom did that to me. When you ask her, she changed the story, then you hold the child. Oh, you that one you did today, then you lie to me, then you start beating on that child. We have to stop that. Yeah. For you to look at a child, you say, come and eat your own feces because of something the child did. That's a witchcraft attitude. It's almost like the woman who killed her grandchildren. She say her son-in-law accused her of being a witch, so she had to kill the children. Definitely, you are a witch. Who does that? Who will be brave enough? You hold your grandchildren, you use razor blade on them, you use knife on them, you kill them like that. Only a witch does that. So your grandson, your son-in-law, he wasn't like, he saw something in you that made him to accuse you of being a witch. And definitely you show to him that you are a witch. You see? So if you will look at or boil water and waste it between a child's legs for whatsoever reason, that's a witchcraft attitude. That's wickedness. That's inhumane. You need to spend some time in prison so that other women will learn from that. So that when you come out tomorrow, when you see a man with child, you will say, no, I don't want man with child. Or if you consider that man, you will accept and hold that child like your own child. And those fathers need to be investigated as well, because we are men. You see, we know what can happen. We have seen some of these things. where in the women the children will always lay complaint to us, and we downplay that complaint. We won't take it serious because we know we see best knowing to us. You see, so you don't do that. You when they see African movies every day, you see how stepchildren lifting family up. You see, they were looked down upon. They looked down upon them. They treated them because they was a stepchild, but they become the breadwinner. And you see today how they lifted our family up. What did you learn? Y'all women there, y'all learn African show them and other thing, and y'all can waste this show them, but yet then stay. We the men, we can do it, but you people are in majority. You can hate these stepchildren so much. You can take them to be like a mate to you. I don't know. Like I said, my father had 3 wives. When we together, unless somebody tell you, oh yeah, this is the other woman child, this is the other woman. When you see us together, there is nothing that's inspiration. We are just together like we are all from one mother. Our mother, we used to see them, they take shower together, they cook together, they sit together, they eat together. This I think we grew up, we saw our mothers doing. Like me, I was used to my stepmom because she came and even married my mom for my father. You see, so I was so used to her than even my own mother. When I used to go for a weekend from doing school days, I go to my stepmom. When I pass it to my mom, when they wave to her, I say I'm going back. You see, but these days, our sisters know they only care for the one that I said to push. That's not right. We the men too, we do the same thing. We will meet a woman with child, and we don't even say give that child no good treatment. We don't give them no attention, but only the one that we ourselves give to this woman, that's all we care about. If you will get a man like that, my sister, you have to walk away, because tomorrow he will do something bigger. Then you will say, oh, if I knew I were to leave the man ever since, see what he had done to my daughter, see how he had done to my son. If you get a woman that can hold your child like her own child, you have to let her go. Or else, you see what is going on today? You see, these things are not good. We have to graduate. We have to change from that. That child is not the reason why the mother and the father separated. That make that man to be a single father, that make that woman to be a single mother. That child knows nothing about it. So if you can't in that woman's life, you should hold that child like your own child as a man. If you can't in that man's life, you should hold that child as your own child as a woman. We have to stop this thing. It's not going to take her anywhere. You see, if you can boil water and whisk it between a child's legs and that woman, even if it was her own child that did that act, that carried on that act, that made her to waste water between that child's legs, she will never ever do it. Why? Because she think about her 9-month pain. You see, she think, oh yes, my 9-month pain, I can't waste water on the child, and then again, she will not do it. But you look at your friend woman under 9-month pain, you wasting hot water between that child legs. That's a enemy attitude. That's a witchcraft behavior. You will not look at your own son or your daughter and say, oh, you did the one. You can't hear, you will eat your poo today. If that her own child, she will only beat that child, slap them, cause the father, even say. But she will not say, come and eat your toilet. But she do it to another woman child. Why? So we the men, we have to be paying attention to our stepchildren in the home. We have to be watching what is going on. Liberia, even though Liberia is not that advanced, because these are things like if I will come home every day, my daughter tell me, oh, my mother can do this, my mother can do that. I put camera in the house to watch everything that is going on. We don't have that kind of system, you see. But we have to stop this weekend, this witchcraft attitude. You see, what you can do to your own child, don't do it to somebody's child. If you know as a woman, you can call stepchild. When I come, I tell you, say, Mary, I want you. I get a child. Oh no, Aliyu, I'm sorry. I want to take care of stepchild or stepchildren. They get hard time. No matter what you do, they can't see you as that mother. Okay, no problem. He said, as that go.
But even to that, some of them, guess what? Some of them, in fact, they can even bring 2 children. Then maybe they see you with a real one, but they will treat that one and that's the thing. I don't even
Yes.
I don't know whether it's spiritual thing or something really happening to them.
Oh,
They will
yeah.
bring two, but
They can
then
come with child. Yes.
oh God,
Some of them can even come with child, but they holding your own different. While you taking care of the two children or the one child and the brother, you sending them to school, doing everything, but they still holding your own differently from their own. I don't really know. Our sister, our brother,
and
we
this
had
is
to
bad
graduate.
to our women today. This is not correct. That's why we don't usually hear these kind of terrible things. But then, how come that generation they create the wickedness? It's just everywhere until people don't even care anymore about humanity. People don't even care anymore about empathy, love. Where is the love? Where is the love? That you're sitting right there because of anger, you burning that little child forever, that child will live by that curse forever, ever for the rest of their life. Even quite recently, even to the other story, I think that was sometime last month with the other little girl I know that said it little green, one that can do everything. See, so at the end of the day, you two children living with parents. Then one child there, yeah, the Lord their life is also interesting. Two children will stay with the parents, but one child will be ruling the other child, and nobody can talk. The other parent, the father will look women. The reason why the man in the home, the man is the security for the home. Listen to the man. That's what most of you women, let me be free. I'm not want to bully most of you. That's what most of you women are giving you a hard time to get men. Because you don't even know the importance of men in the home. You have to listen to the man. The man is a security when men tell you no. Forget about this. The man do that to safeguard you so that tomorrow you can't fall into trouble. You see now? Some of you, I can't take it. The child is there. How could be they want to do until they want happy? Oh, you can do they don't want to me. Oh, the child that they want. Either you take the child, either you marry to the child, or I go.
Yes, that's why they will say. That's why. If also, I don't know what I'm saying, but that's just the fact. If a woman will come to me with a child and I know I don't want to take care of stepchild, I will say, oh no, I'm not here to. I don't want a woman with child, and let you go. But once I accept that woman, I should be waiting to take care of that child. So as a lady too, if a man, I mean, when you go to a lady, you meet her with child, she say, oh yes, I get my son or I get my daughter. If you know as a man you can take care of stepchild, you tell her you walk away. A woman, when a man come to in your life and you say you get a child and you know you woman that you get that appetite or you get that energy to take care of stepchild, you say no, I don't want man with child, and you walk away. He said as that. But why should you be having a woman as a man you met her with child, but you only care for the children that woman giving birth to, by you, or this other child that you met her with, you pay less attention to that child? No, you don't do that. So you the woman, when you observe that, you have to let that man go. You and your child were living before he came to your life. Likewise, you the man, but this thing happen in most instances. We the men, we don't speak. When those children come, they tell us what is happening, how their mothers are treating them, and then we go to the mother and she will give a different story. Instead of all watching to see, we go ahead and start beating that child, and it's not good. We get credence to A, and likewise, the women too, they get credence to A. If the man is not holding your child right there, the way you think he's supposed to hold that child, the same love he's giving the other children, he's not giving it to the child that you brought in the womb, then let him be. You see, or else tomorrow that man will do something to that child, you will start to regret. Then you start thinking all the things that you used to see him doing. Like those children today, who knows if they've been laying complaint to their fathers and they've been in knowing it. And they still were talking, yes, it happened. Some men, because of bedroom, when they talk to the woman, because the way they are treating their stepchild, when night comes, you see that woman, she will say, oh, don't touch me. Go to your son, go to your daughter, because you believe your son, whole day you want to be talking to me for the child business. For this reason, when this thing happens, when the children tell us, we remain quiet. And today you see why it has led to telling child to eat their own feces, wasting water between your child legs. That's not good. So we the men, we have to take our stand. We should know that we are the father in the womb, no matter what happened. Make sure that that woman, she's taking good care of that child like her own child. You, the woman, make sure that man is paying attention to that child you brought in the womb like his own child. If he's not doing it, you tell him over and over, and he continue to treat that child differently. No, because at the end of the day, these other children, they will grow up. They see where they will start holding that child. They will see that child different, and that child is not part of them. You know why you do it, and that separation you bring in among those children. You see, but bring the children up that even the child that woman will born, when they grow up, they should see that child like they are all from the same father. There should be nothing the separation. But we the men, both parties, men and women, we are responsible for this thing happening. Yeah, you see, woman treating a child, it continue over and over. We the men, we responsible. You see the man treating the child over and over, the woman responsible, because she don't want to speak out. Maybe he will put me outside. He paying the children, my son's school fee, he doing this, he doing that. I was over there, no man came across me. Let me get there. That's not good. That's not good. Even your own child tomorrow, they will get problem with you, because my mom was there. The way her husband used to be treating me, she never used to talk. I was going through all that suffering. You think your own child will get good feeding for you? No, they won't. We have to stop it. You see, you're wasting African movies over and over. You see this thing happening. You see some of it, the result, how the outcome can be. Why did you learn that? This show teaches moral lesson.
Thank you, my brother. Let's go for a news break. We'll come back. We will continue with the discussion up to 8 o'clock on tonight. And at 8 o'clock, I'm sorry, at 7:30, we will activate the line so that you too can also be part of the show. So this break, we'll be right back.
We still had we are pleased to welcome a number of key government officials to Charles William Press Hall. I would like to recognize them, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, and Oswald Tuet is here, the Minister of National Defense, retired General Geraldine Janet George Johnson, the Director General of the President's Cabinet, Nathaniel Kwabo is also here, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, General Follett is here. The Inspector General of Police is on his way, and he will be here shortly. We'd like to also recognize members of their respective delegation. I see a young future colleague, it will be like you, covering press conferences now in the Ministry of Justice. So the Minister of Justice will address the press and will be delivering of a special statement from the government of Liberia on the situation at the border. When that statement is delivered, we allow you, members of the press, to interact with him. And yeah, so you have the time to ask questions, maybe just in for questions. And then the minister and other members of the delegation will eventually leave. And the press conference will continue because it's a routine activity of the Ministry of Information, and there were some talking points that we're supposed to present today, but we don't want to bore the team with all of that. So when they are done, we lead them out, and then Minister Daniel Sino will continue with the rest of the talking points, all of you being here. But let me just say a few things before I invite the minister to come and speak. Many of you are media people and ordinary citizens are encouraged to try very hard and keep politics away from what is happening at the border. We hear your demands. We hear some of you saying every day somebody should stand on the podium and talk about what is happening at the border. In a situation like this, that's not what you want to do. You want to engage the population when it's extremely necessary and when you have very tangible information to give them. It cannot be a talking sharp kind of situation. We know there are some actors on social media who are desperate for content. It will please them if the government is proceeding in ways that enable them to generate the content they need, especially when people are talking all across the place and there are possible contradictions among what they say. And you use those contradictions to create content. Now, anyone who takes deep interest in content creation, then the security of the state ought to have some issues. And as a government, we're not going to play by your game, by your bullet. We're not going to run things by your detail. We'll talk to the public, we'll talk to the press. When we deem it necessary, we'll work more beyond the scene when we think that is the way to go. Because all said and done, what you need to recognize is that this situation has gone on for a while. And you haven't seen an escalation. You haven't seen acts of war. That should be clear to you, that you have a government that knows exactly what to do and is doing just that. Is it a talking that you're interested in maybe once every 12 hours? Or the management and mitigation of the situation? If the latter is the case, then the government is doing very well, and we want to urge you, our citizens, to continue to look up to the government to do what it has obligations to do. And I thought I needed to make this point. We get some who are very desperate for politics. You will listen to some of the interaction on talk shows. While the country is faced with these situations, they're interested in discussing people on business claims. Yet claims that this government has spent $8 billion on the crisis at the border. $8 billion from where? From heaven? And for what? And then stranger, these things are coming from people who call themselves leaders. Your interest is not in managing what is taking place, is in politics. And you're doing that politics by spreading lies and misinformation. That's dangerous and you must stop. No one is beyond reproach. No one is above the law. And your excesses, you could be held accountable for it subsequently. I thought I had to make this point very clear. And I would love to invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice, who will deliver the special statement on the issue of the Mr. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Judge. Ministers, yeah, President, members of the press, fellow Liberians, good afternoon. The government of Liberia knows that as a consequence of recent developments along Liberia's border with Guinea, particularly our northern frontier in Solobar, where they should go County. There is heightened concerns or boundary concerns between Liberia and Guinea. The joint security has been closely monitoring the developing situation, and we are here today to provide a clear update on the government's actions to safeguard our borders and ensure the safety of our citizens. The government wants to inform the Liberian public that it is in full charge of the situation and will continue to address it with the highest degree of maturity and wisdom necessary to protect our sovereignty and territorial integrity. Our government has determined that a lasting and peaceful solution will be possible through intensive dialogue and multiple diplomatic engagements. These efforts have been directed at the highest level by our president, who continues to exhibit responsible leadership. Since early March this year, the government has dispatched various delegations to the borders, and on March 13, 2026, dispatched a high-level delegation to Conakry, Republic of Guinea, to meet with officials of the government of Guinea to discuss the matter and prevent future incidents. These advanced engagements culminated in the visit of President Barker and the President of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Mada Bio, to Conakry, Guinea, to meet and discuss with the President of Guinea, His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya. The significance of President Bio flying with President Barker on the same plane demonstrates the courage and strength necessary to consolidate regional peace and stability. The three leaders held cordial, frank, and fraternal discussions that culminated in the signing of the communique. The communique acknowledged the historic ties, common tribes, tradition, and culture, as well as the spirit of their friendship, solidarity, good neighborliness, and cooperation that unite the three countries, and the leaders affirmed their commitment to its implementation. The communique affirmed the leaders' unwavering commitment to the principle of the inviolability of borders and territorial integrity. But it makes no mention or reference to maps or any such documents. The three leaders in the communique call for a return to status quo of peaceful coexistence. Our government has taken additional actions to deploy and reinforce the joint security of our borders to maintain calm and ensure a robust presence in the area. Our goal is not escalation, but a restoration of confidence and the protection of our people. The government has called upon all its citizens, especially those living along the border, to exercise restraint, mutual respect, and to preserve the historical bonds of peaceful coexistence. Liberia is a nation of peace, and we will continue to engage our Guinean brothers and sisters through the spirit of the Mano River Union, which is expected to begin very soon. The government warns all citizens and residents alike that statements and analysis intended to inflame and undermine our efforts will not be tolerated. The issue of conflict and threat of escalation is sensitive and must be treated with the utmost patriotism. There have been raising numerous comments, commentaries, statements, utterances, claims, allegations, etc., on social media and the print media about the situation of the Liberian Guinean border. These comments have the dangerous propensity of inciting fear, panic, and chaos within our communities. This will cause unnecessary provocations, and the very positive approach of the government will be jeopardized. The government calls upon all to desist from making statements that will create instability and escalate the situation. We again reiterate that the national security institutions and agencies are in full control of this situation, and all non-state actors should desist from acting outside our constitutionally defined framework. While the government reaffirms its commitment to the rule of law, freedom of speech and the press, and the upholding of our democratic principles, will not hesitate to take appropriate legal action against individuals conducting themselves in a manner inimical to the country and its people. Moreover, we hereby inform you, our citizens, that there are lots of fake AI-generated images, photos, and videos on social media about this situation. Hence, we want to admonish you to be aware of them and don't panic when you see them or run to judgment or base a judgment upon them. Most of them will be false. In these times of the collective survival of our nation, the patriotism and nationalism of our citizens are tested. In nationalism, the peace and stability of our country comes first, and our patriotism cannot be compromised. We, the government, will represent you well. We will do everything to ensure that our peace is not threatened. I thank you.
All right, so like I said, we take just 4 questions. I'm not going to take more than that. You do that quickly in the normal way. Stick your question to what they have done. Don't pass way around Jerusalem and look for questions that are not related to what they came here for. Stick your question to that. And 1 question per person, 4 questions, and we're done. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Darius Langa, and thank you, Mr. Minister. The question has to do with we talk about investigation, or we do have investigation and transparency.
Well. So we're back, folks. We're back after the news bulletin. This survey will be away. Maybe doing the news. It's 17 minutes past 7. That's the time check. Welcome back after the news. But we're going to be with you up to 8 o'clock. Tonight, the 24th of March. As a matter of fact, we started with some of these social issues that are so important because the children, they are the next generation. You know, we got to treat them with love, care, and protection. You know, like. One of my brother, brother Lee, before you come on, like Sheikh Soko said here, I think it's 100% right. I don't blame those ladies that did that bad attitude or hierarchical act to those kids. I put the blame on the useless Sawedo, but on those men, yes, on his fathers that refuse to take responsibility for those kids. You know, so that's why from the beginning, some of them will say here that. The man in the home is a security. The man in the home is a supervisor for that home. Most of us men, our respect have been taken away from us by our women. That's why these things are happening. Most of us men now, in fact, we are the one behind the horse. Our women now are the one in front. And when major things that they happen now, I turn on the men. The men I can't hear what the men they won't happy what a husband or what a boyfriend or what a man. You've been talking. Sometimes some of the men will talk. But some of our women, they feel that they don't want to listen to anybody. So they will do whatsoever thing that pleases them, thing that they want to do, than what they will do. Just because of one can say, I know Kolomo or we're gonna move. But men, until you are able, or until we stand up against the attitude of our mothers and sisters, some of our women, some of our sisters, some of our mothers, this thing won't stop. We got to protect our children. We have to protect the home, and protecting of the home start with the children, with the family. How will the children be neglected in our home? And you say that in fact that you are father of the home. I don't even know whether most of our men will know the kind of responsibility that we are carrying. You take the entire family burden, you put it on your head. Only for one woman to be there respecting you every day of your life. Just because of Jane, I know just because of Kolomo. Just because you want to be creepy in the night. There are a lot of Google women out there. If that one want to give you stress, if she want to give you heart, let her go. just go. We take too many things from the women. Let me be frank. We take a lot of things from the women. That's why today the issue of divorce cases today reached to a certain level now, that lack of control anymore. Because most of our women, they feel that they find their men already in the homes. They want to run the homes. They want to do everything. They want to say what they want to say should be the final. Well, brother, I think we're back, my dear brother. Maybe for the politics side, I think I only have my entire observation today with circle around the Guinean, I know deporting some of our brothers from West Africa. I think I'll just chip in today with the information press briefing coming from the Ministry of Justice, warning people. I think the entire press release today have to do with sort of warning people, because I don't see anything there that there to even talk about, but everything is just about threat, warning, this and that. So yeah, but Adi, what's up? What say you?
We are back again. I was just listening to the information minister and that of the justice minister. You know, like we continue to say, these people, they don't want to be transparent. They will continue to say, oh, you shouldn't listen to people on social media. They print you this and that. They are trying to bring fear. They give you wrong information. The government is working on everything to make sure peace be restored in Lofa County. But where in our people right now, they are sleeping in fear. They are living in fear. What is the government doing? Send a thing started. You come and tell Liberian people what caused this thing that is happening in Lofa County. Let the Liberian people know. Why are you people hiding? And this is what we'll be talking. You should tell us. Man, I said in 12 years, why is a Guinean government, they didn't send people over there to come and take over that land? Why is it George Weah 6 years? George Weah was money sent for Nassim River building, carry on infrastructure development and thing. Why Guinean government, they didn't come to seize all their machine they were using there for them to take over that place? But under Joseph Boakai administration, what went wrong? That's why we want you to tell us. We don't want our people to be in Lofa County when they lie down, when they hear small sound, they jump up, they pack all their load, then they get anytime they waiting to run with bundles on their head like doing the war. This is how our people are living in Lofa County now, those people who in our area. And you need to tell us, you need to be straight up. You will just say, oh, we're trying, we're working along with the Guinean government, we're having discussion to see how we can dialogue to bring peace. What caused this thing and what we want to know? We should know the root cause of it, what caused it, because other people, other administration were in power, they used that water, they took saying everything, Nassim River, nothing of such happened. You tell us what led to this thing today. You don't want to be transparent. And when we say, hey, you say, oh yeah, we're inciting fear, we're doing this, we're doing that. No. You people are the one that putting fear in the people because you don't want to tell them what caused this thing and who are those that are responsible for what is going on. You're hiding it. So you're the one lying to Liberian people. We are not lying to them. You're the one putting fear in them.
So, so to that chairman, in fact, but I listen, you brought that in.
Don't call me chairman.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry. So to that, Brother Aliu, let me say this. Say you brought that in, because for me, that's tomorrow. We're not thinking about that. You know, even if the government want to even condemn and say, yeah, the media did, or the other group of people, social media, and other kind of thing, why are they not condemning Meton Blai or Boneke? You still want to be playing politics with reality. When we come here, we say these things, you all get angry. Look at them today. Go see down there. What they are doing? Are they now talking to one another? Mama, you know what to say. Maybe this is not what they're saying down there. Look. We live in a modern world where technology is open to everybody. We don't even know how Guinea or even if I'm deporting Salvador today. Through what? Through the same media. Through the same social media. So I know that there will be AR video, there will be this, but even if you want to even have issues, first of all, appreciate. But at the end of the day, I sense politics. It's just about politics now. Now they always want to be playing. Oh, we're working on this. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, we do all that thing they write down there, so you go read everything. At the end of the day, go back to the people who want the internet, the people who are criticizing, they play everything into the entire press conference. If you're not informing your people, like my sister Naomi is saying, you got to give your people regular update. Look up Donald Trump. People heard Donald Trump is weak because Donald Trump say, oh yes, Iran call us. Hey! Hey, the all that Donald Trump take trouble today for some of you today in Liberia yet. Because Donald Trump said that Iran call us, so we're going to have peace, we're going to talk, we're going to say that. It's good to communicate with your people or to your people. Government. This is not politics. Front Page Africa also carried in news that President Bouaka may call to France president. And these are things that our people want to know. How far? What going on? But in that pass level, now the other thing level, all the confusion that you are making with your own people that waste of time. You don't expect for people to be happy, especially in this kind of a situation. Only you now, government, will always want to do things that will always protect your people. So even the people are the viewer borders. Your speaker, one of your speakers said, in fact, that they have displays that people should get their food. So that media said that one. God.
Maybe I want to know something. Right now, Liberia is on the United Nations Security Council. Liberia, we are there now to make sure we bring peace among other African countries. When there is problem, we had to go there. We make sure we settle this problem and what have you. That's why we are there for. And we being member of the United Nations Security Council, and now this is what going on in our country between we and Guinea. And our president, he went to Guinea and said the problem is not yet resolved. Like what you just said, I just hearing that you said Front Page Africa said President Bouaka called France president. You be member of the United Nations Security Council to make sure that you bring peace in Africa. Whenever there is problem, you make sure you go there. Don't you think this is time for President Bouaka to use his power as member of the United Nations Security Council to get ECOWAS, the MRU or whosoever involved, and the Somo Guinea president, because you went to him as a father, you went to Dumuyan, and yet they say this thing going on. So if you call him French president, I don't think that's the right step. This is time that you use your power. Being a member of the United Nations Security Council, you need to call all your people and you see how you can summon Dumuyan. But calling France president, in my mind, I don't think.
Let's go back to what even happened in Ambara Ali. That even Guinea also deporting ECOWAS member states citizens to even talk about. I'm hearing that maybe Africans or maybe Ivorian too, they may be part of it, Malay, and maybe who know, maybe Liberia too may let them be part of it. And so this is Sierra Leone now. So this is beyond only the border issues.
And why you posted a Guinea president want be
Iran, yeah,
Africa, Iran. That's it. This is why we said that President Bouaka and Mada Bio Gori Guinea was just useless. This man, he is an aggressor. We saw he started acting with Sierra Leone. From there he came to Liberia. This man had used that kind of aggression on these two countries. Then you're going to sit with him, to talk with him. He's not going to listen to you because why? He's trying to be like he the hero, he the giant over these two countries. He can't try that nonsense to Africans. You see, first of all, you were sitting waiting for him. See that kind of day respect. How will president be coming to you, to be coming to your country to have a discussion with you instead of you being there to receive them? But the king, they were sitting waiting on you. That's the first disgrace. And they respect that he carry on.
Even up to now, our own government, they can't even give us update about that citizen. That incident not even happy. Nobody, the politics will come and politics will go. Even in America, some will policy American people system because from all indication in like and so American people system policy everything. Donald Trump, the Republican, and other Democrat, people are talking whatsoever thing that they want to talk with all the water going. It is that the water going. It is that Donald Trump war. But there are a lot of Americans who also say no, that they are not in favor of this war or maybe of the war that going on. So people will talk what they want to talk. You listen. You as a government are there where maybe from some of these talking, some of these information you'll be able. I agree that internet will produce some misinformation and disinformation. But at the end of the day, you can't wage war on the media like that. Especially the same social media that even informing our people. If it were not even the social media by this time, most of our people, they're not going to know exactly what's going on. Because you people, you're not going to give us updates. You're not going to tell us anything. Nothing we're going to know about. Today up, then maybe up to now, maybe they say, oh yeah, they give me, oh yeah, we saw the guinea put on that only thing, maybe on the telephone calls and so forth. So these things, in short, what we are saying here today, government, the people depend on you. Like I talk about the father in the home. So the government, all of the responsibility of the people, especially when it comes to security, is on you. You have to protect us. All that we're working on this, we're working on that. You put everything together. Oh, we're working on this one, we're working on that one, we're doing that one. The people know that you're working on everything, you know. So you're not going to tell them. The only thing that they want is results. The people know that you're working. But they want to see results. They want to feel the results. Now, I'll just find the Guinean media quickly, my brother. If you go to the Guinean media, they post that kind of maybe show. Nothing happened. In fact, I just saw a video, video editing that they just did in the Guinean media. The Guinean media, they say they posted pro-crossing. But is it true? So the people now, something is happening. This is beyond you attacking people. You've been looking for opposition people to be attacking. No. Because the security is in your hand. If there are information that maybe that you are seeing on the internet, call people and say, where you get the information from? We want to know. If they can give you their facts, if you want to deal with them, you deal with them. But to just come out today, just for me, all I want to press release and read everything at the end of the day, it's just about, oh, people shouldn't put fear in the people. Nobody put fear in anybody. There are people that live through the borders, they're all there. And they don't want talking. So, yeah, but I'll do anything before we go to the land, man. People there.
Yeah, maybe that say that the government, they had to be clear to us. Let it tell us what happening. We know, and by the grace of God, Liberia will never ever go back to the dark days. Okay. But President Bwaka, you really need to exercise your strength. Yes, you need to show Dumuya your position on the United Nations Security Council, the position you hold there on the seat. You have to show him your strength. But again, like now, if you want to call ECOWAS into this, you are the same person doing the legislative impasse in the House. Where ECOWAS came, you said they should go by their business. We should. If I said the people, your majority blood, they shouldn't listen to ECOWAS. You see, when you're doing things, you have to be very careful. And this is why today, what is happening between Liberia and Guinea, you can call ECOWAS in because why? When your country had a problem, you were doing everything to remove a speaker illegally, and ECOWAS came in. This is not good. Let's see how we can resolve this thing. But because you wanted to make sure Fonatikofa is removed, you did respected ECOWAS. You didn't listen to them. You told them to go by. And today, how can you call on them? This is why you call the France president, because you cannot call on ECOWAS now. And when we're talking about MRU, you will be talking about Guinea or Liberia, Sierra Leone, and that of Ivory Coast. And these are the 4 countries, the MRU. Okay.
Yeah.
You say, why you think Ouattara didn't join you and Mada Bio when you were going to Guinea? That alone. You see? So today you go and conference president because why? You did respect ECOWAS. So today you cannot read this problem to them. You're
And,
too old
and
for
you
that.
said something, though, but I think you really said something very, very good. You know, that's why if you live in a community, you don't make animation with anybody. Because anytime your heart can burn them, for example, some of you who like, they want myself, we can't speak. The other way myself, we can't talk. No, that's bad. And how our government started, Brother Ali. Thank you for bringing this up. Our government started by creating animation with people. Today, now daybreak now. Today, daybreak. Now who will come to you? Who will even look at you now? You see how life looks funny? Even it's possible that when you even simple issue they can even solve. So now people can be behind the scene, they can be putting fire now. They say, you're going, you're doing. And they can't listen to us. You see it? When we come here, we say these things, people get angry. Why would you create animation? For who business? You have the richest people there. How far you gone now? Have you able to solve the problem? So the richest people business that people came here, took their own time. You embarrassed them. And they went back. Without nobody giving them attention. No respect. They went back. Today now, you jump over and you go way to France. You think how the issue just be solved like that? The brother saying, yes, I agree that maybe French, maybe government, maybe they may come in and so, but no. The global situation that going on, it's not easy. I'm telling you, Mama, so the attention everywhere. Nobody care. People are now looking for how. Just imagine, Iran just sent 4,000 something. One of the missiles travel 4,000 kilometers. Is that a joke?
Somebody, I say, that's it there because the Ministry of Information, the minister spoke, and then from there the Justice Minister, instead of the Defense Minister speaking, he the one supposed to speak, because what is happening in Guinea now, that's a national security issue. At least the Defense Minister was to speak and tell Liberian people, oh yeah, this is what we are doing, you shouldn't panic, this and that. But from Information Minister to Justice Minister, that's Liberia there for us. But we can listen to our people.
Yeah, not go to our people. And when you follow the international news, now how most of the thing works. You will hear the other person will speak first, you hear the other person speak, even the certain mayor to where the thing happened. We follow all the international news, but when we come back home, our own can just be so different with anger issues. People are so, I don't know, better with people. Well, you can go to the line, man, 0770 203125. That's the number. Instead of us handling our issues, we are always better and looking for ways to escape and share blames on people. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much for tuning this brother Ali. Once again, this is the common channel. TOP really I joined from over the support. You know, if someone come up with a fight, people always claim that we are hawkish. Yeah, you may claim I'm hawkish. That's your view on me. But here's the fact. Like you just said, the whole world is busy. All international crisis. So here, you feel a lot of what I expect. People are really
I get it.
what about today? Yeah, but today, all of those crises war in what superstition is Iran, Asia, and America war. So all of the international people are focusing there now. That's on several months that they can't move as we are. That is the time they are going to make a move by more than the city brother and so they are focusing elsewhere on different things. So, we were the army in Liberia. Then people stay and stay. The army only there to stay silent and eat. They're not there to protect our borders. We not say go be aggressor. We not say go be enemy. We are only saying secure our borders. But we say, one moment, there is no question where never will come over to tell in international Liberia. They were telling us about Liberia because they wanted us to protect our territory and integrity. They are fighting all day. When you get away, we will show everything to you.
Exactly.
What is the security happening? For Liberia is the opposite. Thank you for hearing it.
Thank you, my dear brother. Now we're on the opposite. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, I'm Isa Kamara, joining from District 4 to be precise, is a community. Yeah, me when I did listen to your word, our government got to be clear and also they got to be responsible. The government has shown all the past period of time. And because even a FOIA issue, like a housing unit in FOIA, when the information media count information, public work count different one.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? You get it?
Yes, yeah, go ahead, Isa.
That the city, you can say, the people won't go against the man, how they more impinge the man, they should expel the man. You can say, you can now go Guinea, close to go with the president Guinea. They see people like around you can say, lawmaker from Lufa, government official from the executive. They told him, he even accused that they learn a year that Labro learned, the government official and also the representing of points and moment go to the map and you see the map in yellow. So we got to be clear to the Liberian people. What is the root cause of this thing? That you are stressing on issue. The AFL, why is the AFL not going to manipulate? Can you ask yourself why the chief of staff and not tell the AFL to go and go? Because if we get how many people to the pull up, why not how many people out there? So to tell you that maybe our government feels something wrong somewhere they don't want to tell. Why are we put here? The put so they put deploy army and run the pull up. We are army program good and we put it immigration. They kind of aggressive move at Dumia. So something wrong somewhere they put the thing to tell the main issue to that pull up.
All right, thank you so much, man. It's up to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Nippon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ruben Steve calling from Canada. And so, look, the first thing you're talking about should be impeached. Look, let me be clear. Are you telling me that whole representative of our country and saying that our land, even if you get from with Joseph Walker, you get from with John William, but our land distribution of culture, you say the land for the people, is that never in your career. You never can no pay again, come on, that pay me. They will impeach you. Yes, I'm not over we are told. I'm not over that below. And the same thing about attitude for carry on chapter. The chapter going attacking.
So what boy you get called over? May I left for you to be talking about it? You get called over because go ahead.
When chapter were attacking, when after that in the high for law rebel to talking for power. So go out and then get aggressive and after the chapter will be removed. Don't worry about that. They attacking after West African there. That will come to F1. They went together.
No, we're talking about the ECOWAS leadership. Hello, my young man. We're talking about the ECOWAS leadership that came here that time during your impasse. Have you going to them? They put out in a meeting like that Mana River young people. They're not ECOWAS. Man, and I'm there. So the ECOWAS, they had their parliament. Have you ever communicated with them? That's the thing. All right, thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, Mabel. How are you today?
I'm okay. Thank God for life.
My name is Momo Sefu. I'm calling you from Belgium. You know, for me, really, when it comes to this Guinea aggression, I'm looking at it from 4 different points. The first one is there's no reason why anybody in any way to say anything negative against government action or the trend they are taking towards trying to amicably resolve this situation. Government know itself, they know their own strength, they know their people, at the end of the day, they know how to engage. That's 1. 2, I don't think it's just a piece of land that which I know that Guinea is after. I don't think so. Because that have been there decades. If I was a propaganda for somebody ordinarily, that maybe for a hint of someone to go and misinform the Guinean government and they are taking this action or the answer honestly will take, I don't think it's just a piece of land business. That's the second one. The third one, nationalism. When it comes to this issue, whether you are a pro-government or you
so to that, people will talk. For me, I don't want you to be only responsible. Hello, excuse me now. Excuse me. No, excuse me now. Excuse me. Because I know where you're heading to already. People will have their own different views. That's part of life. Yesterday, the same thing happened. Why you not want for it to happen today?
No, listen, neighbor, I'm not saying people will not talk. I'm not saying about nationalism. No matter what you are talking. Today, let's take, for example, let Guinea take the land. What will it affect this government is in power? It's not going to affect this government. It's not going to affect even the past government. It's going to affect the citizens of itself. So, anything somebody does, I don't care how you talk, nationalism does not mean you should be diverse on the issue of nationalism. No, that's not diversity of thought. So that is the second point.
No, you already get through already. You said again, I give you time. 07702032125. Let's give other people the chance, please, for them to also talk or to have that say. Hello to this caller, Pascal David. Good evening.
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you to our people. Look, when people feel and they got no ideas to be, then they become frustrated. Okay, I don't need it is them for Guinea.
I think the men use, yes, I think that's the word the men use. The men say if.
So I don't need now. When people bring too small, when people are so confused, they got nothing. So, okay, like you can make it the Guinea crossing. Like you can. So, and you have all the people going and doing the figure, and some of our saying and then they differently. So, being a figure does not even know how to buy it out of the country. Because they were telling that they play it. You come here with your frustration. Oh, wow, don't. You protest against your way of holding possession. You were asking, you were possession like what? You don't know? Oh, you didn't know? That you were asking US to possession on the country. Because you always had our president. Who are those ones giving the media to see? The media? All of you have one radio station that will go to every day and destroy the country. Maybe when you were there, when John was asking where the country is, how did we get here? Who destroyed the country? That break or law, they carry too much. You dead. Because you can say if they learn for the soldier to them. Okay, I don't need your care. If they learn for these people, you're over making new land. And about the president there?
Mama, leave me, man, go. Hello to this caller, good evening.
So, Mabel, thank you. And this is the voice of Prince Olake. So, Mabel, I beg you, please do due diligence to this show. When someone is misquoting an individual, please provide correction. You did not say if.
No, the man said if.
Mabel, I'm coming now. You can say he has evidence to prove that our land is owned by Guinea. Okay. He did not say if.
Okay, no problem. I'm not yet lawyer. No problem. Thank you.
Article 76 talk about what the tracing, and they give 5 reasons for which an individual can be heard of tracing. Now, the first one.
No, not gonna be naming all the time because we're not talking about Yega Korobaya today because also tomorrow we'll be asking you people how come when you're also calling for sanction on the country, you're not thinking about maybe being impeached or being removed, or maybe all of these things too that also because you're also calling for chaos. But today is not represented Yega Koroba. Now you are quoting, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
They are called for sanction against Liberia. No, Bosman. We call for sanction on individual government officials.
No,
this is why when the session yesterday, we spoke about it and we tell America.
People said that opposition by then yesterday, my brother will stay here. They cried, they protested that the country should be sanctioned because the government.
Tomorrow when you bring in our topic, bring recording of opposition that said like Russia should be sanctioned. Okay. Or we did not say government officials that are corrupt or alleged to be corrupt. They should be censored. So do due diligence to the show. Play recording. You hear people saying we want like to be censored.
Okay, go ahead.
Balance it. Thank you. Actually, we'll look up to hearing from you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. So let's call a good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Hello? I'm not getting you. I think I got to change your location. All right, David Samia, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor. Yeah, thank you for your show. There is our David Samia. There is discussion of Omega Matthew, the legacy of Moped. Yeah. Neighbor, this kind of situation like it's going on in this country. It is now time for experience and wisdom to come in out to solve this problem. Neighbor, are you getting it?
I'm getting you, though. Listen, my brother.
Yeah, neighbor. I think our government are in like what our government are coming to power now, they are being challenged. And other past government, the challenge they face, they solve it in a way, they use their wisdom to solve it intelligently. You see, when Parental took over, there was a challenge. It was when Ebola thing and struggle in this country, Parental government intelligently solve this problem. They use wisdom. But some president working to power, coronavirus thing, they use the wisdom. But what is happening to experience and wisdom happening now? That it was both your experience in this country. What is happening? And then one of the things that I'm thinking, why is it that this new president is moving after the English-speaking country? Is it because of our colonial master?
We gotta be careful. You're right. We gotta be careful. These are things we'll be looking at, but instead of all looking at these things, we just shifting blame for them ourselves. We just call over business and so forth. This call out, go to the WhatsApp now. Hello? Hello? Well, I'm not getting you. I don't know what happened to you. But again, team, Mr. Maulo, try calling. Mr. Maulo, let me see our best to get you on the show. Yeah, let me get Mr. Maulo, please, from the WhatsApp line. Let's get Mr. Maulo, then we'll come back home. Can we solve our problem and forget about all of the holding and pulling? Hello, Mr. Maulo, good evening. Yeah?
How you doing?
I'm okay. Thank God for life, Mr. Maulo. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Good. Listen, Memo, I sent you something this morning about that border of the The people keep on passing around talking about a 1907 agreement. There was another agreement after that, where the final line of the border was drawn. So that 1907 agreement is antiquated. It got nothing to do with what's happening now. Besides,
so which one will we take now? The 1907? Which one will we use, or maybe take? Yeah, in case when other people come and say, okay, let's now go through the pull-up and see where yours are, and also from Guinea. Which one of the documents that we'll use? The 1907 or the other one?
The 1911 or 1913 document, that's the one we use. That was the final one.
Okay.
So nobody can talk about 1907 something yet. So the next thing is the information minister talking about people when I say if the government was not irresponsible to not give the people information, then nobody will have to say anything. If they say it's AI, then they show the real one. But it's not being irresponsible. And they're talking about impeaching anybody instead of making laws. I think the whole issue of Yeke is a distraction. The people are incompetent. None of them have done their job. They're talking about impeaching anybody. It should be from the president down. None of them are capable of running that country. They said they took an oath to protect the territorial boundary of that country. They sat down there invaded our country and making our people homeless. And for 2 weeks, they haven't been able to do a damn thing about it. So no, stand there and tell the people, be calm about what? You're not doing anything to help the people's lives. So the whole is a distraction. They want to scare you with another word, war. The war that we should never ever fight against, war amongst
ourselves. Yes, exactly.
The war that we will be happy to fight is to fight for the sovereignty of our nation. So nobody can confuse people here about war. Yes, we want to fight to protect our country. We don't want to fight each other. We want to fight to protect our country. And don't let these people confuse here with their one word.
All right.
If people hear war, they think about civil war. We don't want to fight civil war ever again. But to defend our country, we are ready and able to fight to death.
All right. Thank you.
Our country and our people.
Thank you, Mr. Mauro. Myself, I join you on a 100%. I don't know why people walk. By the time they hear these things, they feel that I'm no more. Hello? So let's call up with me. Yeah. I'm okay. Yeah, go ahead. Everything that can be okay, you can call about now. Thank you, my brother. I'll take Charles Cooper. They will go. I think everything that can. No, the country interesting. We just let all kinds of tactics that will not carry us anywhere. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Mabel.
Yes, Charles Cooper, quickly, my dear brother.
Yeah, let me first condemn that situation wherein the hot water was even full on a little girl.
Yeah, tomorrow maybe one is okay. Tomorrow so one is we'll talk more about that social.
Authority to take decisive action because it's evil. But maybe I heard you or someone talking about we should communicate with ECOWAS about the border saga. And maybe this is a sad thing. This is why we have called upon our own government to respect the ruling from the ECOWAS court. But as you may be aware, even our own government does not respect any ruling from the ECOWAS court. The ECOWAS have become like a two-legged bulldog. ECOWAS does not have any mandate that they respected by even our own country that those countries that are part of the organization, the regional body, even Guinea. And remember, Dumbuya told I think Taloko in the order, he did not even listen to them. You know, to talk about that. You're not listening to ECOWAS. You know, the even recent cases with the speaker removal. So you see, when you have a regional body, you don't listen to the regional body. When something comes to you now, how can you rather say body? You know, it's laughable. We just pray that the government takes it out of the Guinean president so that we can have peace. Because, you know, like I always said, we are doing a wicked vessel rule here. And when you are there seeing as a wicked vessel, maybe you're going to say, they're going to have no choice. So we are perfectly taking Guinea and to have mercy on us.
All right. Thank you, Charles Cooper. That just said we got to go. People know much time. So on the Yaka Koruba now become talk of the day, talk of the time. Most of you now you are happy. Hey, that Yaka Koruba being pinched. They say on the Yaka Koruba yesterday that you were tooting up and down, putting on your shoulders, moving around, saying that yes, in fact, he's a bad lawmaker. That they meant to do now you want for him to be impeached. You are jumping up and down. You think that Yaka Koruba is a problem, that Yaka Koruba causing a problem, that Yaka Koruba gave the land to the Guinea people. No! All these things are just things to just waste our time. At the end of the day, what's the real issues? Someone will come and say, if someone will come and say, you're all Yeke Koruba. You people were the one that brought Yeke Koruba, that gave him more power. Why you brought Yeke Koruba, but now you know you when way tomorrow we will look into Yeke Koruba situation tomorrow with the information coming and so on back to back. And we know that maybe the citizens too, maybe they will agree or they will not agree. Good night from our area, people that love Liberia, think Liberia. And build Liberia, that's the best way to go in everything. People will have their view on the way things are going. That's what we call democracy. That's why for us, we not get no military junta, we not living with any kind of a military group of people. Thank you and good night.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Parental people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents of them. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play body so make you I can't Sktv menu. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, the more I go. And you love me, the more I go. What is
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold rather lofa and grandbaza.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena konakli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena konakli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dapagi ya dina ya tumale, Sktv, ena dapagi ya dina, tosi wako maya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold rather lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Parental people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, to San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.